Here's a simple question. Should you put in a backup offer if you're a buyer? In other words, you tried to buy a house, someone else got it, you lost. Should you now put in a backup offer? Well, the answer to that is yes and no. It's not a clear answer, as most things aren't clear in real estate. So I'm going to kind of let you know what to look out for if you do decide to do that, or if the agent suggests that you do that. So here we go. So I'm going to give you a few little tips and things you might not think about. A backup offer only has value for you, the buyer, if it is signed by you and accepted by the seller, and there is a special condition clause which says this is a backup offer and it's in place if the first offer falls over and we get confirmation of that, then this offer, your offer, gets automatically accepted. That is a true backup offer. Anything less than that can be used by the agent as a negotiating tool to get a higher price if the first offer does fall over. So again, always not what it seems on the surface. So let's have a bit more of a look at that. So first off, let me describe what a backup offer actually is from a legal standpoint. A backup offer is you've missed out on a property, you make an offer, you sign it, the agent gets it signed by the seller, there's a special condition clause which says this is a backup offer and it only is in place if the first offer falls over. That is a true backup offer. Anything less than that is being used for possibly ulterior motives, so I'm going to tell you about those too. So the exact alternative to that is the agent suggests, or you suggest, let's do a backup offer. The agent says, great, you write a backup offer, you sign it, and the agent holds it. Doesn't actually get it signed, just holds it. That is not a backup offer, because if the first offer falls over, your offer is not next in line. It's just sitting there. And the agent then can go to all the buyers he wants or she wants and say, hey, we've got this offer sitting here, do you want to offer more? And they'll use that offer sometimes to negotiate up a higher price. Now, that may seem unfair to you as a buyer, but as a seller, that's our job. Our job is to get the highest price. So there are times when we'll accept the backup offer in writing and sign, and there are times that we won't. And as a buyer, you've got to know which one you have so you know where you stand and you don't get all mad and pissed off if it does happen with the alternative way where it just sits there and it's used to negotiate a higher price. In fact, I just did this and I kind of did it the opposite of what I just told you. I had sold a house, we had someone that missed out, they were always there, the property fell over and I called them first and gave them the first opportunity to put in a great offer, which they did, and their offer got accepted. Now the reason I went back to them is because they were very nice. They were very nice people, they were heartbroken, they didn't get all mad at me because they missed out, they understood. So as an agent, I went back to them. So it wasn't technically a backup offer, they were just kind of next in line and they got that opportunity. So that's also something to remember as a buyer, is if you do miss out, even though you might feel like yelling at the agent, don't, because it may fall over. If you yell at them, I guarantee they're not going to call you back. The other thing with the backup offer, whether it's a formal one that's all signed or an informal one which is not, it has to be of equal value or greater than what was just accepted. Now I'm talking specifically for this market, which is an outstanding market. So equal to or greater. If it's less than what we have accepted, there's no motivation for the agent or the seller to accept it. They might as well just, if it falls over, put it back on the market and see who will pay the highest price. So you've got to be willing to pay the price if you're interested in doing a backup offer. Now I'll just kind of tell you conversely, in a slower market, completely different. In a slower market, I will walk over hot coals to get a backup offer just in case. I'll try and get that in place in case the first offer falls over. We typically have more fallover rate in a slower market than what we do a hot market. So again, this is very market dependent right now. Now the other good part about a backup offer for you, the buyer, it doesn't necessarily lock you in to that offer or to that house. You can write a backup offer, have it fully signed by you and the seller, contingent upon the other one falling over. You don't have any money, you do no deposits, you don't start any time frames, nothing actually starts, it just sits there and waits. If in the interim you find another house, you can just rescind that and go to the other house. So in a way, there's no downside in putting in that backup offer. If I were a buyer in this market, I'd put backup offers on everything, formally or informally. I would just do it because it conveys a few things to the agent. It lets the agent know you're a serious buyer and you're willing to just do what it takes to get a property. So if you don't get this one, that agent may call you, or probably will call you on the next one. I do that all the time. Everyone that misses out on this property, the second I list this one or know that I'm going to list it, everyone that missed out, that was nice, I then flip over this property and give them that opportunity. So kind of keep that in the back of your head. There's no downside in doing this. And that's it. So if you want to sell your house, I would love to get that call, obviously. If you want to buy a house, give me a call. Happy to try and help you out. If you want to get your house managed by a professional management company in Coolum Beach that has a great principal and owner, then we can do that too.